And joining me now is Josh Ravitch. He's the mechanical engineer lead of the Ingenuity Mars helicopter, and what a big step forward for us. Can you tell me just the excitement and how it was feeling early Monday morning?
Yes, as with anything you do at 3:30 in the morning, emotions are even more heightened. Yeah, it's kind of the culmination of, for some of us, over a decade of effort. For myself, at least 5 years. Just we've been working so many nights, weekends, holidays, you name it, to try to get to this point, and now it's here. Some ways it's hard to process, but in other ways, we're just ecstatic. The team's just ecstatic.
What is the biggest thing that you have learned from this that you're going to take moving forward?
We actually really have learned so far. One, it's totally possible. We can do it. When we started down this road, not everyone was sure it was possible technically, or even possible, just based on the constraints of our just our projects and our engineering abilities. We made it as well. Yeah, just I think the data that's coming back, we're able to correlate a lot of our models, and we're actually finding that as so far as we've simulated on Earth, as we've tested on Earth, is actually matching very closely to to what we expected, from our flights.
Oh, I have goosebumps right now just thinking about it. So walk us through it. For those that didn't watch it this morning, was it a very quick flight? Was it up and down, spinning around? Can you tell us about it?
Yes, the flight was, I think, is about 30 seconds long. Rose up about, I think it's 3 meters, about 10 feet. Hovered there for a few seconds, turned around, and then landed. So a very simple flight, but this is the first flight paving the way for the next flights, which will be a lot more complex. Go higher, go farther, maybe go faster.
And we think about the Wright Brothers and their huge successful flight that we had so long ago. There was actually a special piece of history that was on the helicopter as it made that flight.
Yes, we were actually lucky enough to be able to include a piece of fabric from the original Wright Flyer from the first flight on the helicopter, tucked up underneath the solar array, which is the kind of this rectangle at the way top of Ingenuity. We're so excited to be able to bring that along as a commemoration of the Wright Brothers' accomplishment. As our project manager and chief engineer have long said, this was our attempt at a Wright Brothers moment, first flight on a planet that's not Earth. Yeah, and I like to say this piece of fabric is the only piece of material that's ever been involved in the first flights on two different planets.
And when we're talking about flying through a Martian atmosphere, it is a completely different ballgame than flying through Earth's atmosphere.
Yeah, it's very different. While gravity is roughly 1/3 the gravity on Earth, atmospheric pressure is about 1/100th, 1%. So it's equivalent to flying around 100,000 feet, or 3 times the height of Mount Everest on Earth. So extremely difficult. Kind of changes the game of how you can even operate a rotorcraft, the way you control it, the way you build it. So a huge challenge for the team, and we're just so happy we were able to overcome those challenges.
And when we're looking at the future, we're going to be having more manned and unmanned mission to Mars. What are you going to take from this flight and hope to find out with future flights moving forward?
Yes, this really is a technology demonstration. It's meant to pave the way for future, larger, more capable science helicopters on Mars specifically for us, but on other bodies, Titan, Venus are also possibilities. This could aid in scouting for human and robotic exploration in the future, as well as perform science in very hard to access areas where a rover or human can't easily get. Down a mountain, down a ravine, cliff walls, up mountains, you name it.
Well, we are so happy. Josh Ravitch joining us from NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory in Pasadena, California. Congratulations to you and the entire NASA team, and for all of us scientists, we thank you. And of course, you can go to our website, weathernationtv.com, to get more information on the Mars helicopter.